The big topics tonight were clear: Ukraine, inflation, COVID, and unity, trying to get Congress to come together on some of his big issues, although he did not mention Build Back Better once, his big social spending package, which has not made progress. The consensus I got from those I spoke with today is that last year has been full of major ups and downs. So instead of just focusing on the ups, they said it served him best tonight to focus on just forward. California Democratic Congressman Ami Bera described Biden's first year as a roller coaster.
There were certainly ups and downs. I think the initial start of the first year with the passing of the American Rescue Plan, that really was important to get vaccinations out to communities, to help businesses recover and so forth.
But the lows are low, near historic. Biden's approval rating at 37%.
How do we start looking forward and living with COVID? How do we start addressing the inflation that we're seeing out there and addressing gas prices? How do we also start addressing some of those supply chain issues that really have impacted us? So there's a lot out there, and then you throw on what's happening in Ukraine.
Political GOP strategist Rob Stutzman said a shift is what Biden needs to do.
What the president is finding is that his goals were probably misplaced at the beginning. Lots of lofty talk about a new deal and how he was the next FDR. FDR had massive majorities in Congress, and he has small majorities in Congress. In fact, a 50-50 U.S. Senate. So a year later, very little progress and a lot of probably overambitious legislative package.
Bera agreed working across the aisle must be a priority to accomplish some of the other big ideas Biden's brought forward, which are still stalled in Congress, like Build Back Better and voting rights.
You've got to work together across the aisle, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That actually is probably how Congress should work.
Unity did play a center role in Biden's State of the Union tonight. While Stutzman says in midterm elections, voters have historically punished the party in power, meaning it will be a good midterm for Republicans, he says it can get better for Biden. Now, this evening, however, California GOP Party Chairwoman Jessica Malone Patterson said, and I quote, "Californians who hope to hear a message of unity that offered real solutions to our nation's problems are left sorely disappointed after President Biden's divisive, partisan State of the Union address that reinforced his administration's failures."